Discover the fascinating insights of neuroscientists and Stanford health psychologist Dr. Kelly McGonigal as she unravels the mysteries of procrastination and her struggles to resist temptation. In her teachings, Dr. McGonigal sheds light on the factors that influence these behaviors and offers valuable knowledge on how we can overcome them. By exploring the power of small interventions, she reveals the potential for significant positive outcomes in our lives. Through her expertise, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the underlying mechanisms behind our actions and learn practical strategies to conquer procrastination and strengthen your ability to resist temptation. Don't miss out on this opportunity to tap into the transformative wisdom of Dr. Kelly McGonigal and pave the way towards a more productive and fulfilling life. Let's all do it together, unless someone has health troubles. If you think you can do it, well, stop breathing for 15 seconds. Take a deep breath in and then go take a deep breath out. Now, exhale, exhale, exhale. You can choose to stop breathing at any time. If you could, would you 3 out of 2 that too? This is what makes people great, but it also makes it hard to stay put when things get hard. So I want to tell you about a small intervention that teaches people how to sort of hold their breath, but not exactly how to deal with physical pain that gets in the way of making a hard change. I'd like to tell you about 2 different studies that use the same method in similar ways. The first one, which I call the torture chamber, was a study of smokers who wanted to stop but couldn't. People who smoked were told to stop for 24 hours. As a kind of first assignment, they had to bring in an unopened pack of their favorite brand of smokes. They just got their pack and can't wait to light up. Even if they haven't smoked, they like to have their carbon monoxide levels checked. So they wanted a cigarette very much. They sat down at a long table and were told to put away everything except their cigarettes, a lighter or match, and anything else that could be a distraction. So you have a group of people who want to start smoking. When the person doing the experiment says, "Take out your pack of cigarettes," everyone does, all excited. Now, they have to wait 2 minutes and can only look at their cigarettes pack. Put the plastic wrap away. Okay, great. Just stop for 2 minutes. They have to wait. Finally, they open the package, pull out a cigarette, and stop. They have to wait 2 minutes, and this keeps happening. Every 2 minutes, they write down how bad their urges are and how much they want to smoke. Just smoke one. Hold on for 2 minutes. Look, that's a cigarette. Hold on for 2 minutes. You can smell smoke. Put the cigarette in your mouth for 2 minutes. Then, take it out. Take a lighter out of your pocket and look at it in 2 minutes. Stop for 2 minutes. This has been going on for over an hour. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and the notification bell to stay updated on our daily videos. Nobody was actually allowed to light the cigarette. Now, here's what they didn't tell you. What the real action was. But half of them had been taught a method called surfing the urge, in which you learn to pay attention to the physical pain of wanting something. You give it your full attention and think you can handle the physical feelings and that they will go away if you just wait. That if you just breathe and wait, any wish or feeling will go away. They were told you don't have to act on every thought or feeling. So that's what they did. They thought of their urges as waves they were riding, and they were going to just breathe through them. They knew it would end at some point, like a wave. Before I tell you what this study found, let me tell you what it found about food. It didn't quite go as planned. They took people who couldn't control themselves when eating, especially when it came to sweets. I gave them a jar of Hershey's Kisses in a clear container. All of them learned the same way to handle urges. How to fight the urge. Let yourself feel the urge, but know that you don't have to do anything about it. The desire will go away in time. Okay, so the result of this study was that the smokers who learned how to surf the urge in that 1-hour pain test cut their smoking by 40% in the very next week. Even though the researchers didn't ask the people in the control group to smoke less, they didn't. People who had learned to surf the urge no longer saw a link between psychological stress and smoking, which is the main link for many people who are trying to stop. They are scared and upset, so they need to smoke. This intervention broke the link between worry and giving up for this group. Maybe because it gave them a way to deal with hard feelings and emotions. In this study, people who had trouble controlling themselves around food were taught to surf the urge. They were only allowed one Hershey's Kiss over the course of 48 hours. People who were given other tactics like distractions were much more likely to give in and were also very stressed out about it. So, there are just 2 examples of how giving in to our desires can give us a lot of willpower when we need it. People often talk about how important it is to build good habits, but the truth is that sometimes you need strength to do something hard, and no habit in the world will stop you from wanting a cigarette when you see one. You might want to stay away from something because you're scared. This is a real urge and feeling that you need to deal with, and this power of acceptance seems to be the best way to do so. Any attempt to push away or get rid of these difficult thoughts and cravings backfires, but being able to write them out and imagine them as passing experiences you don't need to act on has been shown to help with a lot of different willpower problems, including the kind of anxiety that makes us not do things we know we should. You know that having thoughts you don't want is a real test of your willpower. Sometimes we don't want our minds to go to memories, things we made up in our heads, or had thoughts about ourselves or other people. Research shows that you can deal with a bad thought in the same way even if you don't do anything about it. Researchers have found that it helps people lose weight. People are 3 times more likely to lose weight and keep it off for at least a year if they learn to accept their own urges in this way. Give yourself a job to do if you want more willpower. The small change would look like this. In both of those studies, people were taught to be aware, which means to let yourself feel what you're feeling or think what you're thinking, and to pay attention to the experience instead of trying to get away from it right away. So if you're hungry, pay attention to how your body feels. If you're feeling nervous, ask yourself what worry feels like in your body right now, and then just breathe it out. You know how you feel, so use your breath to stay calm. Take a few deep breaths, then change your mind and look for the first chance to get back on track with your goal. In both the smoking study and the Hershey Kiss study, they were told this: it's a technique you can use. It takes about 30 seconds and can help you with any kind of willpower trouble. For having willpower, there are 5 rules. If you heard something today that might help you with your lack of willpower, try this short dose solution and see what happens. So, working on your willpower is one of these 5 ways. Physiology by relaxing, getting enough sleep, working out, or eating a meal that keeps your energy up. Be kind to yourself if you lose your bravery again. Even though it's nice to imagine success, make friends with your future self and try to think about the future in a way that feels real and predicts your failure. Really think about how you feel, and then, when you are tempted, think about how to surf the urge. That's it for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post videos every week, so stay notified. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.